there were so many people who thought when you blew up that, oh, you just showed up and it happened. And they didn't realize that it was a long road.
Since the 1900s, y'all. 1996, 97.
It's funny because a lot of people think show business is about figuring out what other people want and giving them that. And I've always thought, no, it's in my experiences, you've got to get them, you got to wear them down and get them to like what you're putting out there. That's kind of, I think that's more of the battle.
Yeah, it is the biggest battle, is being true to yourself, being who you are. And like, I was always so confused trying to figure out how do I be me? Like also figuring out who am I? Like, and why don't I get like the notoriety I should get? And why am I not getting the opportunities? And why do all these guys like get all this stuff? And I talked about that in the book where I put that prosthetic penis in my panties. And
when you're on stage.
Yeah, when I walked up to the club and just like walking around with a limp dick in my drawers. Because I felt like, these guys respect guys. They don't really respect women in this bit. Like, it's really hard to get on as a woman. And I don't know. I don't know if I walked different, if my energy was different, but then they started like respecting me and started like talking to me and giving me hugs and saying, hey, why don't you do this? Can you book my show? Can you do this show over here with me? I'm booking this show. You want to get on? You want to do this? And I was like, oh man, having a dick in my drawers really is like making a difference. Like maybe this is a boys club. And then I it stopped wearing the penis, but kept that same kind of energy. Like,
That's unbelievable.
No, it's believable. If you want, when you give me your number, I can text you a picture of it. It's
I'm writing it down right now.
Of the penis. It's much like your color.
I wouldn't think I wouldn't think that would be a popular color for a prosthetic penis. A freckled, a really speckled.
It's a world penis.
Well, I may already have one. We'll talk about that later, but that's unbelievable to me that because I know there was a period of time where you're in the background of television shows.
Yeah.
You're a background extra.
Uh-huh.
What kind of shows are we talking about?
We're talking about like Hannah Montana. I did background work on That's So Raven before I was casting on That's So Raven. One Tree Hill. What else did I do background work on? A bunch of stuff.
Do you ever look at those shows and you can like look for yourself?
Yeah,
that would be fun.
I could see myself in it. I wanted to do a show about that, like who's in the background or whatever. Like before they were celebrities, where were they? What were they doing? Like I feel like I've met so many celebrities that have done little things like that. Like just to get familiar with the set. Like it was really important to me to do extra work just to like understand how everything worked. I even did I worked in the sound department for a little bit, just to learn how because my goal is to one day maybe own a studio, maybe be in charge of the whole production. And I need to know what everybody's job is so that I'm not expecting too much from them. Like I need to know, and if they're not doing their job, then I know hey, you're not on your shit. And it's clear this is why. Because I did it.
I did that job.
Yeah, I did that job. I know what you're supposed to do.
First of all, you are going to do that. I mean, anything you say you're going to do, I'm down with it. I just think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it'll happen.
You've made so many things happen just through incredibly hard work and talent.
Yeah, not quitting. I don't quit. I'm not a quitter. Especially if it's a vision that I could see in my mind's eye. I'm like, it's going to happen. When? I don't know, but I'm going to make it happen.
I think that's important too, when I don't know. Because I think a lot of people get impatient, think I'm going to make this happen, it's going to happen. No. You got to give up to a greater power, whatever that means to you, that I'm not in charge of when it happens, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to help facilitate it. So I do something every day towards it, something in that realm. Like when I worked at the youth center and I was in charge of activities, I'm like, I'm going to get them to do all the things that I always wanted to do and what's in the entertainment room. So we would sit in the audience at TV shows and I would be learning how the cameras work, learning how this works, see how how they tape and film sitcoms. And I would take them snowboarding and surfing and riding horses and all the things these are the kind of movies I want to make. I want to snowboard in a movie. I want to surf in a movie. I'm the Black Gidget. I'm riding horses.
That's the title right there.
I want to ride horses.
When I first met you, I yelled, Black Gidget! I remember that. And I got in trouble, remember? That is, you said one of your favorite movies or a movie that influenced you a lot was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
Why?
Well, because first of all, that was my first time ever seeing people and cartoons together in one thing. And it was, I think, a great story. Also, it was it gave me great ideas. Like when a detective says to the rabbit, why are all these people doing these nice things for you? He said, because I make them laugh, Eddie. If you make people laugh, they'll do anything for you. And at that point in time in my life, I barely could read. I was having a hard time in school. I'm having a hard time functioning just in general. I'm like taking care of my sisters and brothers. I'm stressed out to the max. And I'm like, that's the ticket. That's what I'll do. That's how I'll make friends. That's how I'll get people to help me. I'll make them laugh and they'll do anything for me. And that is the way that I was able to make it through junior high and high school and elementary, all that. It was like, I'm going to make friends by making them laugh.
Not to take it down, but people do need to know what you went through. Your dad walks out at, how old are you when he
3?
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
And you later reestablished a relationship with him for a time. But,
yeah, and then he passed.
Yeah, and then your mom had this accident. Mm-hmm. How old were you when she had the accident?
I was like 8, about to be 9. Yeah.
And it was a bad car accident.
Really bad.
And it changed her personality.
Changed who she was. I lost the love of my life, you know. But she was there. Her body was there, but she wasn't there. It's like, I don't know if a demon got in here. I don't know what got inside of her, but it wasn't my mom anymore. And she became violent and like verbally abusive. And it was like, I just want my mommy back, you know? Yeah. And, but I loved her so much. Like, this is the first person I ever loved in my whole life. Like, this is the first person I ever loved. So I'm going to do whatever I can to try to help her, try to heal her, whatever. She was so mean to me, and I wanted to, like, fight her all the time. Sometimes I wish she would have died, but I didn't really want her to die. Like, it's just, you know, it's fucking hard, because who is this lady in my mama body? Because it ain't my mama.
It's very, I can't think of anything more confusing to a kid than my mom's still here, but she is not my mom the way I knew her.
Yeah.
And because of this injury, that's not who she is anymore.
Right. And I didn't understand that. The injury, I didn't understand. Like, there's a lot of things. I was young, right? And I'm just be like, take your medicine. Like, get better. Why don't you love me enough to take care of yourself? Like, fix yourself. Get fixed. Like, give me my mommy back. Like, but it don't work like that.
No.
But I'm glad that I've, you know, been able to do all the things that I'm able to do and made enough money to get her the best help, the best doctors, the best nutrition, the best of the best. And
does she understand the scale of your success?
I know she knows I'm successful. I don't think she realizes, like, that I'm an international sensation.
Well, you are.
I mean, and that people care about me.
They do.
And I didn't realize people cared about me the way they do until I got arrested for DUI, and it was on CNN and PBS and the Korean news. I mean, there's no excuse now for studios to say, she's not international. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am international. They're talking about me in Korea and in Africa and China. They're talking about me on the BBC. They're talking about me all over the world. They're talking about my ass in Iceland, baby. I am international. There are 3 people in the Antarctic right now. It's like, did you see what happened to Tiffany in Beverly Hills? Like, I am important. Like, I have to find the positive in everything. Like, that's like
you
my
just
mission.
Had a gusher of positivity right there. That was fantastic.
I mean, if you Google right now, famous black women arrested for DUI. When I first Googled it, it was just me and Josephine Baker. Now Glorilla trying to come up on me. And I'm going to tell you, I know for a fact there are a lot of famous women that have been arrested for DUIs, but nobody is talking about it because don't nobody care about them. People care about me, okay? They care. They care if I take a nap in Beverly Hills.
Eduardo just checked it out.
I verified it. First thing that comes up, Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, and it's just me for like 2 pages, right? And then there's Glorilla.
And if Glorilla is like, you keep scrolling down.
Yeah.
It must be killing her, right?
And back in January when I Googled it, it was me and just Josephine Baker. I said, damn it, I'm a legend.
That's good company
I'm
to
a legend.
be in.
Yeah, I got to start my rainbow tribe. And take my ass to France. Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous? Fera jacka.